everybody, I'm Glen This week we're ice fishing, and I've got a whole lot of secrets and information hidden away in my bag. Hey, and you should see the size of my suitcase. That's right here up next on Scott Brothers Fishing Adventures. This week, it's ice fishing impossible in our hunt for the biggest. But no winter trip is complete without the token off-road stuff. I'll be talking about and demonstrating some new products that will make your winter fishing trip a real success. We'll also cover tackle solutions and real neat alternative baits. I put the auger to work in a few different locations and enjoy an afternoon's fishing with a good buddy from Terrace. We luck out and witness one of the greatest catches in winter ever. The best thing you'd ever expect to catch ice fishing. Okay. Right by a river. Okay, put our head back in. Hey folks, in this segment we're on another Scott Brothers freezing adventure. We've got a couple new products from Sportsmax out of Minnesota we're going to show you. Don't go away.
Scott Brothers Fishing Adventures is sponsored in part by Abu Garcia for life. Berkeley, catch more fish. Fenwick, feel the action. Gibbs, quality Canadian tackle since 1908. Shimano, technology you can feel. Storm Lures, take the big ones by storm. Home Hardware, we're making smiles. Osprey, waders and float tubes. Sage, the world's premium fly rod. Scientific Anglers, focused on function. Normark, the tradition continues. Sportsmax, the fastest house on the ice. Blue Fox, fish smart. Rapella, the original Finnish minnow. Need Enterprises, your recreation specialists. Gamakatsu, the world's finest hooks.
This week's opening finds us on the Alaska border, scouting out new territory. But just when we were close to smelling fish, one wrong turn foiled the plot. So there we were, high-centered without a winch. The obvious was to unload the truck and continue the day until a kind-hearted local fellow happened along. He had the extra pole he needed, and I had the chain. After the tow, he said fishing had been slow, but didn't mind showing us where to start. One of the great advantages about having a Sportsmax sled is that it'll take all my gear in. I've got my power auger, I've got a stove for heat and making coffee. I have my backpack full of all kinds of materials like first aid kits, ropes, water for the coffee, full gear, and it can even handle more. So it's a great idea. And it all hooks up together just like a little train. With my beautiful lodge hut, I can cruise down any of these trails fully equipped, and I'm ready to go. Well, you guessed it, that's my suitcase. A totally portable 4-man fish hut from Sportsmax. The hut and cargo sled can be hooked up to any snowmobile or ATV in seconds and can be taken anywhere. From any bush trail in deep snow to high speed in clear terrain, Sportsmax has the fisherman's answer. The Trophy Series Lodge has plenty of room for extra gear and could actually house more than 4 fishermen. The design features include 2 sea-style doors, easy view windows with covers, a pitched roof for extra height, 4 large floor openings, and really sets up in less than a minute. This really is the fastest house on the ice. The stability of the hut allows you to move quickly to different locations without breaking it down. And hey, leave the gear inside. 3-man huts have the one-hole option.
Got him. Okay, Glen. Yep, oh yeah, good fish. Good fight. Not a real big trout, but he's okay. And that took about an hour for that fish to come around. You got to be really careful because I'm using really light line, and I don't want to break the line on the ice. So, and it's a pretty sizable fish. That's a respectable rainbow. We're not going to waste much time. We're going to try and get her back as fast as we can. Just a little hook on the nose. There. Hey, that's actually a buck. Long one too, eh? A long fish. Okay. Not so bad at all. Ooh, okay, well I was jigging. And I've spent a lot of the day here without a single hit. And I just had a big bang. Wow, I'm not sure what it is. I'm taking my time here. It's probably going to be a dolly or a rainbow because that's probably the... Oh, a good tangle happening here too. What's happening there? Oh yeah, it's a rainbow. There it is. Yeah. Oh, okay, let's see if I can get him up here. We're getting close. Boy, this is a nice fish. Oh, he's just not ready. Oh, that's going to be a couple of pounds. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful course. Wrapped in my other line. Can you get that? Not yet. Okay, here he comes. Okay, there he is. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, there we are. Okay. Get him back. Get some of the line away there. Oh yeah. Nice fish. That's a buck. These are beautiful dots, eh? Beautiful dots. Okay. Alright. Wow. Well, that was a good fight. That was a long day for that fish. Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll have a quick break and be right back after this. Man, it's cold.
Neat Enterprises brings you product info.
Well, this week we've come back into a couple of remote lakes and we're a long way back in the bush. And you can see we're carrying a lot of equipment. So it's imperative when you're on these long voyages to have a real reliable sled. This week we're using a late 90s ZR 580 Arctic Cat from Neat Enterprises in Terrace. These people service what they sell. If you want more information how to get onto one of these beautiful machines, give Neat Enterprises in Terrace a call. You're recreation specialists.
In this segment, we chose a perfect day to ice fish, and I team up with a good friend from Terrace. The fish are hitting very softly and few and far between. So this finds us drilling lots of holes and frequently changing locations.
So it's 2-2, eh? Yes, we're on that one. Well, we're having a competition here today because Jared is going to outfish me this territory. We're fishing in close to his hometown. And it's 2-2, but mine's bigger. Bigger is better all the time, right? The audience will vouch for me. Who's got the show here, you or me? Okay, good luck, buddy. We've been getting a lot of P-mouth early this morning, so it's hard to say what it is, but that was a good hit anyways. It was a lot different than what we've been used to. Be nice to see a dolly. Oh yeah, nice dolly, nice dolly. He's a beauty, buddy. Okay, just gonna unhook my float. This is about the only downfall. Think about maybe this hand at my hand here. The only downfall fishing with floats is that is when you get to look at the size of that dolly. There it is. Okay. Oh no, it's a squawfish. How about that? And we thought it was a dolly. Well, that's a squawfish. Another bottom-feeding fish, kind of like a P-mouth, but it has a much bigger mouth. What's a solid fish too, eh? But not the kind we're after. We'll get her back. Okay. Well, no dolly there. Bad. Well, hey, we're getting all kinds of different fish today. We've caught P-mouth, we've caught squawfish. We're still waiting for the dollies, and here is a sucker. You don't get to see these too often, but that's nice when you can get out ice fishing and you never know for sure what you're going to get. A little bit of a variety of species, that's kind of fun. It makes the day interesting. Get them back. Oh, yes. Well, finally we got to see a dolly. Get the hook out of that guy. Oh, he's tough. Okay, there he is. Oh, look, I can get a hold of him. Nicely colored. Jeez, slippery. The sun there. Nice pink dots. We're very close to a river, and the dots are always more defined in rivers, I find. Get him back. Small guy, but he's okay. Dolly, good. Oh, yeah, look at that. Little cutthroat. Well, this is a real popular fish in this particular lake we're fishing today. The cutthroat apparently go to 4 pounds. I've heard some great stories. I missed the hot time last week. And there's a little cutthroat. Nice and beautiful in the sun. Really nice little fish. Telltale sign of the cutthroat, it's a little slash right there, under the gill. Okay.
Ice fishing. What really works?
Fishing's been kind of slow this week, but I'll take the opportunity now to show you some of the things that we are using and things that work well where I come from. First of all, Scud Brothers Fishing Company was also a bait company at one time, and we've developed a little great product for winter ice fishing called krill. It's like a complete little shellfish, comes from the Arctic. Whales eat them by the ton, and these simulate what's a lot in a lot of these caribou and Region 5 type lakes is like a freshwater shrimp, or scud, another name. That's how we got our name. And this is a very good bait for ice fishing. It stays on the hook. Like I say, it is a complete shellfish. It has small antennae, and it just looks like a live shrimp. Perfect bait for ice fishing. Now, we were able to capitalize at the first lake there by catching that one nice rainbow. And with that, we caught it on what they call a Cabela's grave digger. Now, it's like a small tapered jig, and they come in a variety of colors. They have little wings and, of course, a larger jig tail. And when these move through the water with the tapered head, it will kind of simulate almost like a crankbait motion. It wobbles kind of slowly through the water, and with the up and down slow jigging motion, it'll also make these arms wave and move in the water like jigs do, and it will be a great attracting action for the fish. So they come in a lot of colors, and only from Cabela's in the States is where you can get them. So they're pretty good producers for jigs. Okay, the next item, which is a favorite trout diet, is a leech. This is the Power Leech from Berkeley, and these are scented. It also looks like a real leech. Put this on a round jig, put it to the bottom, just moving it up and down slowly with this big fat wavy tail. Gives it some great action that looks quite natural. This is a very good producer for rainbow trout in any lake. Now, as for bait, another thing that we found out, like I'm in an area today, we've come to a place where they really don't sell worms, because worms are kind of like a very common bait that you would select to use for ice fishing, at least in some parts of the province. But we did land on a place today where I couldn't get any, but I was able to get these night crawlers from Uncle Josh, and what they are is they're basically preserved worms, and they're packaged in the States, and they work quite well. And it's not a dew worm, it's actually a night crawler, and there's a big difference. A lot of people prefer the actual dew worm. Some people prefer night crawlers. I find the night crawlers have that earthy scent a lot more than the dew worms, and some people say that the fish like them better. So it's whatever your preference is. They work quite well. Also, any salmon eggs. There's a lot of companies that make salmon eggs. Salmon eggs are always a very good bait to have. Trout, char, love the eggs and the scent. So that's also to keep in your box anytime you go fishing. For line this trip, we're using the Berkley Trilene Super Strong Cold Weather Line. This is really super good for sub-zero conditions, and this is the line of choice for ice fishing. Somebody's catching fish.
Still ahead, Jared and I lend a helping hand to one of the greatest winter catches of all time. Stay tuned.
Oh, there he is, there he is. Oh yeah, he's huge, he's tired. This is going to be a 20-pound fish. Well, we're fishing next door to these local folks, and they got a good fish on here.
Oh! Oh, Lord. Don't.
Something on there.
Oh, yeah. And that's the nice thing about fishing is at least somebody's catching fish.
Well, I just
And you never know what it is. That's the nice thing, eh? You never know what it is.
Don't know what's going to be.
Big dolly, big cutthroat, and there's steelhead running in here right now, too, so you never know, eh?
Big whitefish.
Look at
too.
that, eh?
Might be a whitefish.
Great, everything, Jared?
Oh, it's beautiful. Nice day.
Yeah, perfect day. So what we're using for bait for that guy?
Well,
Of course, that's a fisherman's secret usually, eh? But
Well, I just rigged this up. This is the first time I've used this one. It's a pimple.
a Swedish pimple you've got maybe.
Yeah,
eh?
but I put a fluorescent hook on it.
Right. So
With
she's
a
got
little
a.
tiny worm.
I think you get your hands on it. Yeah,
Well, I can't get there.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Something there. Big whitefish. Big sucker.
Oh boy, it's okay. Big is okay. Anything. He's got a Berkley lightning rod here too, eh? Good little rig. Popular ice fishing rig up. Well, it's a little bit better than what we've been doing so far, eh? You know, we were looking at the lake over. We fished a few spots this morning, and we saw the river mouth here. We thought we'd work our way down. Well, the local folks here kind of beat us to it, and look what they got here, eh? But this is just great. Give her some room there.
Oh, no.
Look at that.
I got one too. I got.
You got a fish too?
Yeah, maybe it's the same one.
Oh, no.
Maybe it wrapped around, it ran, eh? That happens a lot. We had that happen
Oh no,
last.
I got your line, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe I can
Nice and slow. And looks at that rod. That fish has got to be going 5 pounds or better.
I don't know. Must. Oh, what happened here?
Oh yeah, they always slide back though. You got to be careful
Yeah,
of
that there little dealie on there.
Yeah.
That there
I actually
little...
taped that up so it doesn't move.
Oh yeah.
Nice and gentle. Look at this.
It even gave me a headache.
Yeah. Well, I've been on this fish about 10
a tension
minutes.
headache. The heck with the tension on the rod. It's fun
He's
to
coming
have.
now.
You're coming now. You're starting to get a little bit of back into him now. As soon as we can see what's cooking. Oh my God, that's a 10-pound fish.
Is that?
Oh yeah.
It's big.
Looks like 10 pounds. Looks like a steelhead.
Probably.
Come over this way, Al.
I was wondering if once you get his
when you get all rested up, you can
Oh, do I
come
have
back
to?
and.
once you get the fish close to the hole, you might want to actually hand work the line
Well,
by
that's
hand.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're going to do then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's big fish. Looks like a steelhead. Looks like it's been in the river for a while, and we are fishing close to the river mouth here.
Oh yeah, he's a steelhead.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Just get his
man,
head.
is
Oh
it
yeah,
big.
it's big. Well, this is an 8-inch hole. We've got a 10, and even a 10 would be a problem here. There goes all his 10 minutes worth of work. Jeez.
You want to go again?
No.
You got to let him go anyway when he comes
That's
up.
right. That's
Well,
okay
there
though.
you go. You can do
But
your
we'll get him up and we'll show him. And
with a little Swedish pimple, silver and... I think I got myself a migraine headache.
oh, look at that, man. This is a huge fish.
For a little rod like this, it is.
Holy doodle
Oh man, it's
dandy.
15 pounds. Holy jeez. It's around his fin.
I can't. Hand.
Nope, not yet. Hang on. Oh, this is a huge fish. Okay, just tighten your drag a little bit. He's still right here. Man, this is going to be huge. Okay, we're coming up. Tighten a bit more. Tighten a bit more.
A bit more.
Yeah. Okay, here he is again.
Coming. It'll go.
Yeah.
You're not worried.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, he's still going. He's going to help you control a little bit because we don't want him to get any distance on you now. We're real close. Okay, careful. Tighten up a bit more.
Tighten it up a bit more,
Yeah,
Al.
just a little bit. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Oh, yeah, he's huge. He's tired. This is going to be a 20-pound fish. If this is anything less than 20, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, that's as good as you want to go with that line.
Yeah. This is awful thin diameter line, so we got to be so careful. Okay, here's his. Oh, I had his head. I just about had his head. Hang on. We're going to get him up here. Here's his face right there. Come on, buddy. Look at this. Here he comes. Come on. Oh, he's so big. Oh, look at the size of that steelhead, folks. Wow. Right out of the ice, eh? Holy smokes. Well, you're a master angler now, eh? Isn't that beautiful? A big, beautiful buck. Well, he's been in the river, eh?
Oh.
That's got to be high teens, going on 20 for sure. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Well, you want to get a picture of that, I'll tell you. Isn't that beautiful? Get him back. Beautiful fish. You want to get a picture? There's lots of time here.
I don't have my camera.
Okay, well, we've got it on film. Here, hold this fish. Hold this fish. Okay, let me just get out of here. Be careful now. Okay, now there is the absolute best thing you'd ever expect to catch ice fishing. Okay. Right by a river. Okay, put her head back in. Nice and gently. There he goes. Wow! Well, I tell you, I've never caught anything like that ice fishing. That was an incredible fish. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, this is what I rigged up.
So she got a Swedish pimple,
With a
chartreuse, and a little bit of a fluorescent hook. Looks like a Gamakatsu hook, and it bent your hook. Look at that.
Yeah, it had a worm.
And a worm. Good for you. Hey, good rig.
Next week finds us in windy weather, and Gary and I tackle the annual chum run. With the wind and rain bearing down, Gary's spey rod is still able to connect to some nice fish. With the shores lined with fishermen, fly fishing and bottom bouncing seem to be the main producer here, and we're able to touch on a lot of tough fish. We'll discuss color variations of Gary's hand-tied flies and show the best choices for proven results. And hey, like any trip, the unexpected may happen.
Well, folks, when you're chum fishing, you never know what you're going to get. Late Chinook arrivers, eh, Gare? Hey.
Beats the heck out of working, you bet.
You keep saying that.